Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we've got Squidpent playing the Tier 10 heavy battleship, U.S. battleship Vermont. Plainly, this is a ranked match. Matchmaking, well, really pretty decent matchmaking. I mean, I wouldn't give either team, just an out the gate advantage. Anytime I see what's the plan, and no disrespect to $4 Philip, I wonder if it's a newer player. We'll see. Now, this is the second Vermont video that was sent to me by Squidpent. The first one, massive damage, fun to watch, over pretty quickly. And then he sent me this one saying, I thought that first game was good. So, but this one was apparently even better or more exciting or something. Petro has apparently decided that he wants to turn into our hero. Petro, you are moving the wrong way, buddy. Blind firing up there in the hope of catching somebody. Okay, so we got a red Stalingrad that's pushing south. It's hard to know. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing he's headed for the cap. We'll see. Maybe he's just going to post up on the edge of the island there and go nose in. Grosser first. He is all alone out there. And he's a huge target, and of course the red CB is going to target that and take advantage of that. Salem is posted up behind an island. It's just the Alpha Cap to fight over, at least initially. Shells out on Stalingrad. Alright, there's roughly 10,000 damage falling. As mentioned in the other video, the guns on this ship can be set up to be very accurate. They hit extremely hard. Max HE shell damage, which you won't see too often, is 6,450 with a 43% damage or fire chance. And then the AP shells, max damage on the AP, 15,750. And we're liable to see that here as the Stalingrad goes full broadside. Shells away, and you can see the accuracy that I was talking about. 18,000 plus damage. No Citadel, but still, that's big damage. And Yoshino, which, people forget, Yoshino has very hard-hitting AP. Yoshino finishes him off as Stalingrad tried to make a run for the Alpha Cap and just got absolutely wrecked. Will Squidpent make a blind fire here, or is he going to wait? Looks like he's going to wait. I'm not sure how important it is to capture the Alpha Cap. It's got a points advantage, 110 points. There's the Ohio. Sailing broadside. And unless the Ohio turns in considerably, I think that's probably going to hurt. We'll see. He may have turned in. Yeah, he definitely did. Look at his positioning there on the minimap. So, smart choice on the part of the Ohio captain. But he's kind of taking his guns out of the game. He doesn't really have anybody to shoot. He's got a minute or so at least until he can get to that corner, I guess Echo 3, to be able to get guns south. Squidpent gets the guns now focused on the Kremlin. And it looks like Squidpent's going to be trying to turn around. Now he's showing broadside to the Kremlin. This is liable to hurt. Now he gets lucky there. And there's also a Salem to fire out on the red team. 23 seconds until the guns are loaded again. Big shot from from somebody there. I wasn't sure whether that was the Petro or the Kremlin. Petro, of course, has very hard-hitting guns as well. Now, Salem, I think some players who are used to playing Des Moines think, well, I'll just bounce tank. I'll just bounce some shells, and it's a little tougher to do that in the Salem. And you can kind of see why, but especially with these guns. These 457s are just devastating. So the Salem has pushed into, it's not what I'd call a real terrible crossfire, but he has pushed into a crossfire. He's got Petro on one side, Salem on the other, and he's got a Vermont dead ahead. He doesn't really have anywhere to go. He's trying to reverse, but he's going to show somebody some side here as he tries to turn. He's angling a little bit more towards Salem. That's opening the door for Petro. And this is probably going to be it for Salem. I mean, any one of these shells can finish him. And that's it for Salem. Bad guys are now down 2 ships. Our hero sitting at just under 67,000 damage. And a Yamato that is showing a surprising amount of side now. Squidpent is down to 7,700, 8,300. He's really banged up here, and he's got 2 battleships to contend with as he continues to try to stay angled. But Kremlin is showing a little too much side here, and if Squidpent brings, yeah, he is. He's bringing the nose just a little bit to port. Maybe he can catch the Kremlin on the cheek here. Now, Kremlin turned in a little bit ahead of the shells. Oof, big shot from the Yamato. And Squidpent decides that discretion is the better part of valor at this point, and he's trying to fall back. He's down to, what, 6,252 HP. Ohio did make it into the Alpha Cap. Presumably the CV will be striking him, but we'll see. I mean, it would make sense to strike the Ohio. I mean, Ohio's AA is decent, but why cross the entire map with those aircraft? Now Kremlin is pushing into a crossfire. He's kind of putting himself in the same position the Salem was in. He's going to have, well, right now, he's got a Vermont and a Salem who are raining shells on him. And Petro, I'm not sure what that Petro's doing. Just rams into the island. He doesn't, can he get shells on the, no, he's just shooting the island. I guess he was hoping to get shells on the other Petro. CV strikes the Kremlin. It does do some damage. Now, Squidpent's going to be able to get all his guns on the Kremlin, who's sitting at a just over 30-degree angle. Maybe he finishes him here with this second set of guns. And he does. Well, he's sitting at 2 kills now, just under 79,000 damage, but 85, 91, 98, 100, over 10,000 now, 11,000. So he's building back a little bit of HP, but Petro is no joke. And there's still a Yamato out there. Squidpent kind of forced to stay angled. Dangerous to turn to port at all with that Yamato sitting up there. Some chip damage on the Petro. Squidpent's one hope here, I think, is that Yamato will just sit. If Yamato pushes forward at all, Yamato will have the broadside of the Petro, and already kind of has a broadside shot on Squidpent, as Yamato instead takes out the Salem. Now, maybe a smart move. Good guy's now down 3 ships, losing Salem and Yoshino in short order. And they've got the cap, so the bad guys now have a roughly 60-point advantage. And this has turned into quite a game. And $4 Philip is not happy with the play of his teammates. Hold on while I try to muster up a surprised face that the guy that just got sunk is unhappy. Petro's just slugging it out there, and I think this is going to do it for that Petro. It's only going to take 1 shell. even just kind of grazing the hull, and that'll be it. Kurfürst finishes off that red Petro. Good guys now have a 4 ships to 3 advantage and a really small points lead of 8 points. The bad guys still have that second cap, and that's going to put them ahead again very soon. Squidpent makes a really long-range shot, 21 kilometers out on the Ohio, who will probably just turn in a little bit, and those shells will pass over. I think the real target here is probably Yamato. I don't know that I would push any more forward, but we'll see what our hero does here. I think I would probably throw it in reverse, bring the nose a little bit to port. Yamato showing that cheek that is so vulnerable. And that's a great example of what I'm talking about. The cheek, the kind of bend between the bow of the ship and the freeboard that is kind of along the center line of the ship is very susceptible to citadels, and with these big guns, the Yamato just at that angle did not have a chance, and Squidpent knew right where to put the shells for maximum effect. Can eat at least 2 here. Amazingly, no flooding, thank goodness. Good guys now down 52 points, but with a 3 ships to 2 advantage. And Ohio showing a little side, sitting at a roughly 30-degree angle. Squidpent aims high enough for these shells to go through the deck, but still nothing but a ricochet. More aircraft coming in now from the direction of the aircraft. I'm guessing the CV is somewhere on the 10 line, maybe Charlie Delta on the 10 line. So if you're reading the chat there, you see that Midway says that he's headed for the cap, but he's got Ohio there. Yeah, okay, so it wasn't on the 10 line, it's on the 9 line, but still Nakhimov is caught out in the open. He's trying to strike from the front, and he's going to land some torpedoes here, but yeah, that's really going to hurt. And so that's it. Nakhimov is out of the game. And you see the power of these shells. They are really, really devastating. Great shot. That is kill number 4, 172,000 damage, and a perfectly flat broadside Ohio, sitting at about going to be almost exactly 90 degrees. I mean 89, 90 degrees as the shells are loaded and the volley is away. This could be over very suddenly. Great game, Squidpent. A little too far forward on the ship to Citadel, but this might do it right here. Those of you joining me, I hope you enjoyed this. I really did. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe as our Ohio manages to survive that shot and put shells out that could potentially finish off Squidpent. A little behind. Yeah, I think maybe this will do it. We'll see. Got CV striking him, a Petro right behind him, and Squidpent putting shells out ahead of him as he tries to accelerate and turn out. Again, if you haven't, please like and subscribe. Hope you got a kick out of this. I really did. This might be the Kraken right here. There it is. Great job. See you next time.